Cupertino at the Apple facilities, one of them out here. And my orientation on my phone is in the portrait position, so you guys are gonna have to see that. But I was walking down the street on this sidewalk, and the Apple security had a lot of sheriff's deputies in the parking lot. And so I decided to go live because they tried to tell me that I couldn't record from a public sidewalk. And when I did start recording, they brought in a number of staging people that look like they put on their events, and they blocked out the public view. So if we all share the same public space and we all share the same public services for police, it was interesting to me that all of a sudden Apple decided to erect all of these large barricades so that we couldn't see what was going on. I did get some of the film in the beginning, but then they brought over all these trucks and they're blocking out what the police are doing. They probably own this building next door. So they're trying to get people to go around so that nobody can see what's going on in the parking lot. We're not going to do that. Police activity, they keep their campus open, and so we're going to be able to take a look at what's going on. Is this a public sidewalk?
Is it?
It looks like a public sidewalk to me. Do you own that building?
Excuse me, miss?
Yes. I'm recording the police activity. It's First Amendment protected right. So unless you own this property and want to threaten me with trespass, I'm recording on a public sidewalk, and even those barriers that you're putting up isn't going to stop me. Oh, now we're calling the Apple security. This is what police activity looks like in Silicon Valley, guys. Apple is located in Cupertino. It's one of the largest employers, and they have some kind of issue going on. There were at least 5 sheriff's deputies here. They've taped off the area. They tried to tell me I couldn't walk down a public sidewalk, and they're erecting these barriers so that we can't see what's going on. So we'll go a little higher. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheriff's deputies out here, several security, and we don't know what's going on. But if this were any other business, they probably wouldn't have that many deputies, and they certainly wouldn't have the ability to put up screens to keep us to see what the police are doing on this campus right now. But that is a pretty big sheriff's response. They do hate transparency, Frankie. That's Frankie Maz. I'm trying to look at your comments, you guys, but they keep trying to boot me off the sidewalks. They put up these barriers as soon as they learned I was recording, and I told them I was a reporter. They got on security phones and they started to put up all those barriers. All the staff came up. I do have some of the video earlier before the barriers went up, which I'll post later, but I wanted to get this up live. This is what transparency looks like in Silicon Valley. I did point out to them that I was recording them on my Apple phone. So the Apple employees seem to think that they get to have a private policing service without public transparency that is not afforded to the rest of us. There was another sheriff deputy that left a little while ago. I just want you to see the effort. I'm standing on a public sidewalk, walking down the street, and they drove these 3 trucks and vans over to this parking lot, put up, oh, here comes some more. Here's another truck. These are the bros that set up events. And so I just want to show you how Apple handles their security. You know, a lot of times Apple, Facebook, Google, eBay, all of the Silicon Valley companies, they hire for secondary employment police officers from the San Jose police or the sheriffs. And then those people become private security. If they're not working secondary employment, they become private security for Apple. But it was very interesting to me when there was a public police presence and I started to record the effort that they went through to keep me from recording out here. There's the sheriff's deputies. I think they were trying to find out. Is this Apple owned? Well, okay, and guess what? I happen to know the owners of these properties.
That's great, but if you could come back on
Me off the property. So
we could have
the property owner can.
step off property.
I'm recording a police incident right now.
Hold on, no way. Ma'am, if you could stay off the property.
I heard you. I also heard you tell me not to walk down a public sidewalk and record. I don't hear those kind of things. So I don't know what's going on, but you have public police officers on your campus, and I have a right to film that. On my Apple phone, by the way. This is the public sidewalk. That would be trespassing if I went there, but I'm not there. Thanks everybody for coming in, because it's nice to have you all here. We have 84 people watching. Please give a like so that Apple knows that even with all their money, their power, and their private security, they don't get to keep cameras from recording what's going on. And if I had my dolly with me, I'd reach it up higher and be right over those barriers. But they came out and they erected all these barriers as soon as I started recording. And then they tried to enforce whether I could record from another property that isn't even theirs. So they're going to have to contact that property owner and have them tell the police I'm not allowed here. And until then, I'm standing here and I'm going to record, and we're going to see how many police officers are here and what they're doing. Yeah, they put up a black screen, Richard. And there's the sheriffs. We'll do a call for service, find out why they were out here and why they really don't want oh, he saw me recording from over on the bushes, so he's going to send the security after me. Here we go. This is Apple's property with the hedge growing around it and the trespass signs. And they sure act. Oh, see that parking lot over there? That's how this one looked. All open. I was standing on the street, on the sidewalk recording. And then all of a sudden the Apple employees started flowing out of the building. They took these trucks. You guys can't see any video on this right now? No video. Okay, I'm going to close out and I'm going to start again, because I can see the video and I don't know why it wouldn't be recording, but it's not surprising that Apple's trying to block it. So I'm going to continue to get video not live, so they can't interfere with that. But that's a common thing that we see happen, is that they try to block the audio, they try to do the little cyber wars, and people have a right to know what the sheriffs, with our public money funding them, are doing out on this Apple campus. So I'll be back at you later, okay?